Hello everybody, my name is GeGe, welcome back to my channel, and today we have a very simple daily yoga flow. If you just need a nice little stretch, it's perfect. If you want to get a little bit of chill in your life in the morning or the evening, perfect all times of day. So let's get started. We're going to start with a very simple breath. So in a comfortable seated position of your choice, it can be seated like this. You could go for a half lotus. You could even take a lay down. We're just going to do a little bit of conscious breathing here. So close down your eyes wherever you are. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And then let it out of the mouth. And again, inhale. And just let it drop out. A couple more rounds of that, just in your own time. And letting whatever day you've had, or whatever the day has in store, just let it drop away. This is your moment just for you. A second of reset, recalibration. The pendulum of your day-to-day life just swinging back to the center line. One more inhale here, everyone. And let it drop out your mouth. Good. Blinking open the eyes. We're just going to take some gentle side body stretches here. So taking your right hand down to the mat, take your left hand up and overhead, just allowing that arm to come up and over, super gentle, grounding the opposite hip, and then take it the other way. So we're just going to sway side to side for a couple of beats. Just enjoying that feeling of gently stretching the side body. Give me one more each side. Beautiful. Bringing it all the way back to center, you're going to take your left hand and take it to your right knee and look over your right shoulder. So we're coming into a little seated twist. Inhale prepares you for the movement, and exhale, we move a little deeper in. One more inhale. Exhale, unravel yourself. Exactly the same thing on the other side. So right hand all the way up to the sky and take it across to your left knee. Look over your left shoulder, engaging the core, finding a little bit of twist through the spine. Shoulders away from the ears. One more inhale. And come back through to center. Very nice. Okay, from here, if you're not in a cross-legged position, find yourself coming up to a seat and then bring one foot in front of the other. Doesn't matter which at this point. We're just going to take a very gentle forward fold, walking the hands forward. Inhale to lift the chest and exhale to bow down just a little bit, finding a little stretch onto the glute, the outer thigh of the foot that is in front. And then walking it in, we swap the legs. And we do say the same thing on the other side. Brilliant. And make your way all the way back up. We're going to come onto all fours, tabletop position. So hands are going to be underneath the shoulder points and knees are going to be underneath the hip points. We take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, draw your navel towards your spine. Good. Now that we're a little bit engaged in the core, let's take a cat-cow. So drop in the belly, lift the chin, lift the chest. And then exhale, round everything through. Opposite motion, gaze goes to the belly button. And again, take that one way. and the other. And notice that I'm not really rushing into any of these movements, so you just want to move through slowly. Give me one more each way. And then the other. Nice, everybody. Coming back through to center, you're going to bring your right hand onto the mat. You're going to reach your left arm all the way up towards the sky. Reach it like a bow and arrow motion, and then thread the left hand underneath the right arm. So bend that right elbow. You're either going to rest your your forearm down onto the ground, or you're going to lay fully across onto your arm, coming into a twist. You can crawl the right fingertips forward to the top right edge of your mat, and we're just staying here. You can let the head rest down. Then think of sticking your butt out a little bit here to lengthen the spine. One more inhale. And bring that right hand back underneath your shoulder point and release. Let's take that to the other side. So left hand down, right arm reaches all the way up towards the sky. Really enjoying this stretch motion through the armpit. And then find that thread. So onto the forearm or onto the shoulder itself. Maybe crawling the left fingertips forward. And we just stay here for a couple of breaths. Last one. And release, pressing your left palm into the mat, and we find ourselves back into our tabletop position. Now from here, keep the knees where they are. You're going to walk your hands forward a couple of steps and then start to sink the chest down towards the mat. You might need to readjust your position, as I am, just to make sure that I'm fitting into the frame, and sinking your chest down. Either chin comes down or forehead comes down to the mat, wherever you feel the sensation and it feels pleasant to hold. We're only here for a couple of breaths. You might need to widen your hands. That can really help with if you're feeling a little trapped in your shoulders here. And we're just looking for a lengthening of the spine and opening through the chest muscles. Really nice, everybody. Roll on through all the way down to your belly. And we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So bringing the forearms down, think of two parallel train tracks here, so the fingertips face forward. And you might need to play with the position of your elbows, but when you're happy, start to lift the chest through the center of the arms. You'll feel a little bit of compression in your lower spine. And from here, you might want to take a couple of neck rolls, one way, and then the other. That feels really nice. Good. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, lower the chest down. You're going to slide your hands in line with your rib cage. You're going to tuck the toes under, press through your tabletop and up to downward facing dog. Good. Hips high and back. Push the ground away so that your chest gets closer to your thighs. Your heels do not have to touch the ground and the knees can be generously bent. We're just going to take your dog for a walk. So bend one knee and then the other, and feel this gentle stretch into the calf muscles and then maybe the hamstrings. If you find that you're in sort of a funny bum up plank position here, you might just need to push the ground away a little bit more to close the distance between your chest and your thighs. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, your right foot is going to come forward between the hands. So you really, really want to dome through the upper back, create space for your knee to come to the chest, and then for your right foot to come down between your hands. Beautiful, everybody. Bring that back knee down and look forward. We're in a nice low lunge here. From here, climb the hands up onto the thigh, if that feels good to you. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, sink that hip forward so that you feel the left hip flexor. One more inhale. Exhale, fingertips come down either to the ground or to a block either side or two big books. And you're going to hinge back. You're going to straighten that right leg and flex the foot. Little hamstring stretch here. And again, we come forward into your low lunge. Lift the chest. And exhale. Hinge it back. Maybe you find a little bit more sensation into that hamstring by leaning a bit further forward. Good, everyone. Now you can stick with that for the next two roll throughs. If you want a little bit more, you can lift the back knee, runner's lunge, and then we're going to alternate between runner's lunge and pyramid pose. You can even take those toes off the ground and flex. Coming through to low lunge or runner's lunge, and hinging back into half splits or pyramid pose. Good. Come back down into your lunge, lower down the back knee, bring both hands to the inside of the right foot and heel toe that right foot out towards the right. Maybe the toes face outwards a little bit here, but looking for an outer hip opening. We're in your lizard pose. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop in a little bit deeper. You can keep the hands on the ground. You can bring the elbows down if that's in your body. I'm a little bit sore today. I'm going to keep it up here. If you want to add a little bit of a twist to this, you can bring the right hand onto the right thigh, and maybe you're going to drop to the outer edge of the right foot, and this is going to create a little bit more of a hip opening. And you'll find maybe a little twist through the chest too, maybe looking back behind you. So many options in this shape, depending on what your body needs today. One more inhale. Nice. Come back to face forward. You're going to heel toe that right foot towards the left. And once it's over to the left, you're going to drop the right knee down to the right wrist and then start to shuffle your left leg back a little bit more. And here we are in pigeon pose. Now this isn't good for everybody, so you can either be here in pigeon. You can come into more of like a 90-90 leg shape, so you'd shift onto your right hip and bring that left knee in, or you could also take figure four legs on your back. And they all stretch that same outer thigh, glute muscle area. Beautiful. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, deepen the stretch in some way. So for me, I'm going to walk my hands a little bit further forward. And we're going to be here for about 4 beautiful breaths in and out. Nice, everybody. Walking the hands back in, lifting up the torso. You're going to roll onto the right side of your hip and bring your left leg all the way around. So we're going to come into Janu Shasana A, which is to say a form of a forward fold. So your right knee is coming out into a half butterfly and your left leg is extended. Inhale, reach the arms up, find some length, and exhale, start to lean forward. Now this might be due just your leg, could be to the ground, could be a little bit further forward, but keep this left foot really nice and active and you should feel a good stretch in the calf and into the belly of the hamstring. We're here for 3 breaths. Last breath. Good. Now keep your legs in this shape, walking the hands in. Your right arm is going to come back behind your hips. You're going to come over towards your left, and then you're going to be propped up onto your right knee, lifting up the left arm. Maybe you're going to take it up and overhead, coming into a little bit of a back bend here. Your left leg is extended. Just one inhale here. And exhale, beautiful. Come and sit your hips all the way down. Good. We're going to make our way back to all fours and do all of that on the other side. So maybe crossing the legs and rolling over the feet. Tucking the toes under and up to downward facing dog. Everyone take an inhale to reset and an exhale. Wipe that slate clean. Good. Okay, bringing that left foot through between the hands. So really dome through the upper back, create space and set that left foot down. Gorgeous. Bring down the back knee and we're here. Inhale, look forward and exhale, climb the hands onto the thigh. We take an inhale. We exhale, sink the hips down. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fingertips down, half splits. Hinge it back, flex the left foot. Inhale to bring you forward. Exhale to hinge it back. Good. We have our same options as on the other side now. You can keep doing that same motion, or you lift the back knee, you come to runner's lunge, look forward, and exhale, straighten both legs, maybe flex the left toes towards the face, pyramid. Inhale to look forward in your choice of lunge, and exhale to hinge it back in your choice of hamstring stretch. Gorgeous. Coming all the way down, bringing down the back knee, bring the hands to the inside of the left foot, and then heel toe the left foot out towards the left. That's a lot of words. Take an inhale. And exhale, settling in here for 3 or 4 breaths. Hands, forearms. Maybe finding that twisted position. Ooh, got a good spinal crack there. If you're doing the twisted spinal position, can feel really nice to just open out onto the outer edge of that left foot. Beautiful, everyone. Wherever you are, we're coming through to pigeon pose. So heel toe the left foot over towards the right, and then let the left knee drop open towards the left. Shuffling the leg back. The other options are available again. 90-90 legs, figure 4 position on the back. Whatever feels good for you. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, find a deeper sensation. Again here for maybe 3 or 4 breaths, slowing it down. If you're in your full pigeon, just thinking about squaring off those hips a little bit so you're not fully sat over onto your left. Makes it a nice stretch for the right hip flexor as well. Last inhale. And we come all the way back up. Sit onto your left hip, bringing that right leg around. Janu A. So tipping that left knee out towards the left, half butterfly in the legs, looking towards your right leg, active toes, flex them up and start to find your hamstring stretch on this right leg. Good. And you can have a bend in the knee. I didn't mention this on the other side, but bent knee is totally fine wherever you're at. It's more than fine. In fact, it's perfect. Last inhale. And start to walk the hands up, bringing the left hand back behind you and start to lift up onto your left knee, extending the right leg, maybe finding that little back bend here. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, and exhale, come to sit all the way down. Nice. This time we're not coming back through downward facing dog, bringing both legs in front of you, Paschimottanasana. Seated forward fold, inhale, lengthen through the spine, and we exhale, we find a forward fold. Again, bent knees, more than fine. If you want a little bit more, you could hold a block in front of your feet. Last inhale. And start to look up, lift the torso up. We're going to come into one little bit of core work here. We couldn't get away with it, so you're going to maybe shuffle your bum forward a little bit. Hold on to the backs of the knees, lean back until you get light on the toes. This might be enough for you. If not, you're going to stick your thighs together. You're going to bring the legs up to a 90-degree tabletop position, and then maybe you're going to let go of the hands. If you're feeling extra spicy today, you can maybe straighten those legs. If you want even more than that, you might want to take the arms up and overhead, and I can really feel this activate in my core. I'm here today. We're here for 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Gorgeous. Bring the feet down, scoot a little bit further forward, and let's roll down onto our backs. Yeah, we made it. Good job, everybody. Bring the knees in towards the chest, and just take a little rock from side to side. Good. And then holding onto the tops of the knees, you're going to circle the knees away from one another. Good, and towards each other, so just changing that direction. Good, and then keeping the knees together, just push them a little bit away from you and into a tabletop position. Bring your hands out into either like a cactus position or a big T, completely up to you. And then we're going to drop both knees over towards the right. Land softly. Maybe you want to put a block underneath that bottom knee, and looking back at the left hand, take a deep breath in and out. Allow yourself to melt down into the ground like butter into a pan. Last one. And come through center using your side abs, your obliques, to bring you back up. I felt that. And take it over towards the other side, looking back at your right hand this time. Last inhale. Beautiful. Come back through center. Bring the feet down and get ready for Shavasana. Making yourself comfortable in any way that feels good to you. Maybe a little blanket, maybe an extra layer. And we're just going to take a moment of stillness to end today's practice. Allowing everything to get a little heavier. To feel the weight of your body pressing into the ground beneath you, and allow this to be comforting. You are here, you are present, and you are worthy of all of the things this world has to offer. Take one more inhale. Let it drop out the mouth. Thank you for joining me today. Stay a little longer if you have the time, but if not, I will see you in the next practice. Bye guys.